vaccine.
This is the story of COVID-19. What led up to his demise? For that answer, let us take a look at his life. Military doctor and therapist Colonel Sam Daniels interviewed COVID before his demise.
So, Mr. COVID-19. May I call you 19?
Sure, Doc. Yeah, you can call me 19. Anything, just give me some help.
So, let's start with your childhood. Were you a normal, happy virus?
Well, I tried to fit in. I tried making friends. I wore a mask. And nothing I did worked. Nobody would play with me. Nobody would hang out.
COVID-19? Oh, you mean that sickly little scrawny kid. We used to call him Rona. Oh, he hated that name. But he wasn't really well liked. He was always going around getting people sick. He had this thing where he just wanted to touch and lick everything. It was gross. He was nasty.
I see. Were you angry with the other children who shunned you daily?
I guess so. I never really thought about it, I suppose.
So let's explore your next stage of life. You went to college?
Yeah, I did. I studied anatomy and biology.
Okay. Did you study hard and make lots of friends?
Yeah, I remember Big C. That dude could party. Tell you what, by the end of the night, he'd be chugging everyone's drinks. He'd make out with anybody he could. He was a real party animal. His parties were so epic, you'd be sick for like a week afterwards. Man, I heard a few even died.
Very interesting, indeed. So you enjoyed yourself very much in college?
Yeah, I always enjoyed the parties. I spread myself around a lot. I especially liked the spring break and Mardi Gras. Yeah, baby.
Ah, yes. I read the incident report. So, what about when you were on your own? When things really started opening up for you?
Well, I met a group of people that really made a big difference in my life. You know, they weren't afraid of me. They sometimes acted as though I didn't exist. I mean, do you know how easy it was for me to spread myself all over the place? I mean, I pretty much had free reign all over the globe. It was epic.
Yeah. I remember him. He was from China or something. I think... I think he said he was related to the flu, but that didn't bother me none. I never got sick. I sat down and had drinks with him at events all the time. He always seemed to be at our rally. We are fugitives from the law. Idiocy is our only option.
So you enjoyed your freedom and all that travel?
Yeah, it was pretty good. I got around a lot, and until the
Go on.
well, until they started doing the masking and then the social distancing and closing the borders and just really making my life miserable.
And how did that make you feel?
I felt shunned. I felt rejected. I felt like the only ones that actually cared about me were my red hat friends, but yeah, they had their own agenda. They didn't care. I was a joke to them.
So that must have been very heartbreaking.
Well, I got weaker and weaker, and I started wandering around looking for people to hang out with, new friends. It got bad.
I remember him. He would always come in looking sad, and it bothered him that the other patrons wore masks and wouldn't talk to him. They kept away from him. He would just sit and do shots of hand sanitizer. He said he liked the burn of it going down his throat.
And so COVID-19 diminished and faded away. What lessons have we learned from him? What did we learn about each other? And how has this changed who we are today? One thing is certain. If we don't remain vigilant and watchful, he or another like him could return someday.